Hello, subscribers and visitors. Thanks for watching Learning with Natural Hair. So it's been a long time since I made a video again. As some of you know, I am a student, and so a lot of my attention goes to that and family. Um, but today I was going to do a video since I was about to trim my ends some more. Um, I thought about going to get it done at this hair school, but they didn't have time to do it that day. So it's probably better that I do it myself too because, I can kind of do things the way I want to do them instead of, having people who don't really know my hair or how to do my hair do it. So um, I've been trimming my own. So I just trimmed it not too long ago after a long break from trimming it. But I just did kind of a basic little trim. I didn't really go into a whole lot of detail. I used kind of a method where I put in a ponytail and then I comb it up and fan it out. But I'll comb this nicely and then find the bad ends and trim them. And then I'll split off the top from the bottom and put a ponytail back here. Do the same thing. You can also do the same thing to the front. But I think I want to go in a little bit more and clean it up some. So um, this is what it's looking like right now. I'll just turn around and let you see. My camera's not the best because I have a cheap phone. That's another thing that's not so motivating about making videos is about finding the right camera. So in the middle is where I tend to have some breakage. If you can see that, it's a lot shorter and it's uneven in there too. I didn't spend a lot of time on that, so I might go in a little bit more with that tonight. But I think what I'm going to do is just section it off first and then part it. So I'm going to part it down the middle tonight. And this would be better to do parting wise if you have like a rat tail comb, which I think I have a broken one that I can use the tip for. So I'm going to part it down the middle here. And my mirror's in front of me, so I won't be turned to the camera the whole time because I don't want to mess up my hair because I'm trying to look at the phone or turn toward the phone for recording. So it might be kind of at an angle. But first I'm just going to go down the middle. Like that. I was watching some YouTube videos earlier on how to do some natural haircuts. I like a thick look. I don't like always for my hair. Sometimes I want it to look, straight and stuff, but I like a thick full body look. And depending on how you cut your hair, you can either help that or hurt that. So first I'm gonna just move this section out of the way. And then I just have this little clip right now. Just stick that in there. I'm going to section off this side. You can do like one section here, just coming down from the top to like in front of your ear. I can actually bring that closer to my ear just as a landmark so you kind of know where to part the other side also. So let's find where to go to get kind of right in front of my ear. Okay, so I'm just going to straighten that out a little bit better. Okay. So that's pretty good. Before doing this, since my hair was partially straight and I didn't want to go through the whole process, I just blow dried it. If you want, you can go in and flat iron it to get a straighter, even straighter hair. But I was thinking maybe, I don't know, it's kind of theoretical. Since it's not completely straight, maybe it'll keep it from looking like super choppy, or like, so you go in with the straight scissors like at this angle to kind of keep it from looking so straight cut. Maybe with it not being completely straight, that'll kind of help with that too. Even though I might not completely mind that look. I just, again, I like a thick look. So I'm just gonna pin that out of the way and do the other side. Just line it up with this part and take it down in front of this ear so I can have pretty even sections when I'm ready. So I'm going to turn to the mirror to do that. So that was, this side is maybe a little bit easier. Just kind of see where I went and see if they're pretty even. Part's not completely straight, but that's okay. Kind of a perfectionist a little bit when it comes to these things, but I might go and clean up that part just a little bit on my right side, which this is my right if the camera's flipping anything in a weird way. Okay, so I got that. Now there's kind of a little bit curvy in this part, so I'm going to go back in and clean that up a little bit. Okay. So that at least looks better. So I got my first two sections. I'm going to pull out some more of those clips I have, so I can do the next two sections, which are going to do pretty much the same thing in the middle here. So this one is going to go kind of like from the top toward the back of my left ear. But let's see, I'm going to clean that up. Okay, so this section, it'll help me focus on the breakage, but you can see about where I parted it. So about right there. So it's maybe a smaller section, but then I'll have a little bit more focus on the area where I have some breakage. So I'm just going to pin that out of the way and do the same thing on this side. So I'll just kind of feel for where my part was on my left side and like lined up the right side with it and follow it over. Which, let's see. Okay. So, look at that side, look at this side, and make sure that part is going down to the end of my hairline if I can. Okay. So now I've got that section. Just gonna twist that up, move that out of the way. So this is where you kind of use your sense of touch because you might not be able to see, or if you want, you can grab a handheld mirror like this and go in with the mirror behind you and double check your parts if you're really concerned about it. So I'll turn this way and let you see. And you can see that. So they look pretty even. All right, on this back section, you can choose if you want to do it all as one. You can see those ends are kind of, they're looking pretty bad there. Or you can also split it into two. And I think tonight I might split it into two more sections. Or one or two sections and one. How do you say that in English? Like I don't speak English. Yeah, English is my native language. So you want to split each section into two there. So you have 4 sections when you're done. Just grab 2 more of those handy dandy little clips and do the same thing. So just go about halfway between the section and split it. So it's at about the middle of my ear now. I'm starting the part. Just take it all the way across and part it off. And now you have your second section already ready. So just gonna part that off. Do the same thing on the other side. So go to about the middle of the ear. Take it all the way across. I'm just gonna twist that up. Move it out of the way. Like that. And same thing here. Like that. So I'm going to make a second half with the clipping process. So that's how you can part out your 4 sections to begin with. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4. And that will give you more manageable sections to work with when you're clipping your hair. So stay tuned for the next video on how to clip